Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I have is false 15th, 11 tenths. Okay. Um, the scripture comes from Proverbs 16 and 29. A violent person entices their neighbor and leads them down a path that is not good. Whoever winks with their eye is plotting perversity. Whoever purses their lips is bent on evil. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. So I feel like this message goes out to somebody. You have been told that it is better for you to, like, how do I say it, like, to be spiteful or to be combative or to be like boastful or to feel as though you gotta fight everybody or feel as though you gotta I don't know how to say it, but I just feel like God is saying, like, this is for somebody that has a lot of anger. You have a lot of anger inside of you, and a lot of times you are pursuing to fight other people, or you're pursuing to stir up trouble. And God is basically saying that, you may have this point of view that you don't care about living long, or you don't care about your life, you don't care about this, you don't care about that. And God is saying that you have it wrong. Okay, somebody told you something that is false, just like the message I heard, false 15. Like, somebody told you a false narrative. 11 out of 10, that's like, it's nothing, that's not a correct fraction. What is it called? An incorrect fraction. So it's kind of like you were told something that's not true, and you in reality, it's a blessing to see your old age. It's a blessing to have gray hair. It's a blessing to have that wisdom. Some people think that just because you are going gray, or just because your hair is gray, or just because you are older or you're gaining age, that is something bad. Like, that actually happened when I moved back home and I got my ID changed over. I remember the lady that was helping me at the I forgot what it's called, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, the lady that was helping me pulled up my old picture, and the old picture was of me when I was 19 years old. And I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's like it felt like looking at like being in a time machine type thing. Like, it was such a eerie feeling. It was such a weird, I was like, wow, that was so long ago. And I was just telling her, dang, looking at that picture, it kind of makes me feel like I'm old. It makes me feel like I'm getting old. And she was like, I have lost so many people that meant so much to me, that now when I get a birthday or when I get older, I see it as more of a blessing than as a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a beauty into getting older. It's a beauty into having experience, and it's a beauty in being able to say that you saw this, you saw that, you've been here, you've been there. And even now at 31, I look at some of my experiences, sometimes it feels surreal. I even, like, I was talking with my husband about books that I read when I was younger. And when I was younger and I was reading those books, it just felt like it felt a certain kind of way. It kind of made me feel like I was in a different world. And now when I look back at some of the stories, I've even, at certain points in my life, went back and purchased the book and reread it. And it kind of made me look back and think, wow, I've actually experienced some of these things that I actually read about in these books since the time of me reading them. Like, I read them, and regardless if they had influence on me or not, certain things happened in my life that resembled the things that I read in those books. And there was once a point in time when I felt like my life would never be like that. And at this point in time now, I think back on those books and I'm like, dang, my life I have actually experienced that. Even at the moment when, right before, in my car accident, right before the other vehicle hit my car and my life flashed before my eyes, I started to see so many of the experiences that I've had. And I've even talked to you guys about that when I was talking about my testimony about how it just gave me this eerie feeling, but at the same time, it brought tears to my eyes, and I was like, wow, I really lived a beautiful life. You know, I really got to experience some beautiful things. I really been around some wonderful people, and God blessed me to be able to, you know, move forward and to continue living my life and to continue having beautiful experience and continue meeting wonderful people. And I'm just saying, like, you know, growing old is a beauty. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to grow old. It's beautiful to experience life to the fullest extent. You know, um, it's a beauty in it, and you don't have to feel as though, you know, you have to fight everybody, or you have to like be able to say I won every battle. You know, like I remember I used to be excited to say that I never lost the fight, I never did this, I never did that, you know. And in reality, it is what it is, but it's always gonna be somebody. It's always gonna be that one. It's always gonna be somebody bigger and better than you. And I'm just saying, it's not always good to go around looking for trouble. It's not always good to go around seeking problems and seeking things like that. And if you do go down that pathway, you could possibly cause yourself, like, the things that God has for you, God could possibly have all kind of blessings in store for you, all kinds of, like, you never know where your life is meant to take you. You never know where your journey is going, and you don't want to just, you know, cut your own journey short by doing foolish things that, you know, in 10 years you look back on it and be like, that was stupid. You know, and I look back on some of my decisions that I made. I think about the decisions that 19-year-old me made that were so stupid. Like, I honestly can say hands, it was like complete stupidity. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like I don't know what I was thinking. But at the same time, you'll find peace with yourself when you realize that even if you did make a stupid choice, you made that choice. It is what it is. It's not something that you can change. You can't go back in time and try to make a different decision. The only thing you can do is learn from it and just move forward, you know. And yeah, I feel like that's the message. God said somebody lied to you in telling you that you have to look a certain way. You know, it's nothing wrong with living your life quietly. You know, that's how I am. I try my best to be as, like, I keep to myself. I'm already shy as is, and then on top of that, some of my experiences in the past, they even make me even more shy than I already am. I like being at home. I like just chilling. I like just watching movies or just like having quiet nights. And sometimes I have to break out of that, especially when I'm helping my husband sell his art. But you know, I'm trying, like, it's like I'm trying to branch out from that when it's necessary, because we already know it's a time for everything. But at the same time, to be honest, I'm a very shy person. I kind of keep to myself. I'm a very quiet person. And I have learned that that is kind of the best way to be. You know, even though sometimes when you're that way, people will think that you're stuck up, or people think that you're rude and you this and you that, and it is what it is. But I've also learned in time that it doesn't matter like what you do. If somebody doesn't like you, they just not gonna like you. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how you do it. You can't force anybody to like you, and you can't force anybody to accept you. You can't force anybody to respect you. So whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish by being Billy, whoever, is like, God is saying it's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? If they really like you and they really rock with you, they gonna rock with you regardless. They gonna if they really want to be your friend, they gonna be your friend regardless. You're not gonna have to act a certain way. You're not gonna have to put on a show. You're not gonna have to go all out. I used to be bending over backwards for my friends. Like, I would be riding around all day using my gas, taking my friends all over the city, doing this, doing that. Oh, you need help with this. Oh, you need me to buy this. You need me to pay for that. You need me to do this. And, you know, at this point in time, I'm just not doing that. And it's not because I'm not nice, you know. If God puts it up on my heart to help somebody, I will, hands down, without a second guess. But, you know, I'm not going to just stress myself out about it. I'm not going to, how do you say, like, it's not going to be to an extent to where I'm putting myself out, or where I'm hurting myself by helping someone else. And I have done that in certain situations in my life where I was trying to help somebody and I ended up in a bind. Or, you know, I remember one time somebody asked me to borrow some money and they said they was going to give it back real quick, and I gave them some bill money. They went and blew it, and I needed the money for the bill, and it was just a big mess behind it. And, you know, at that moment in time, I felt like I was being nice because I wanted them to be my friend, you know. But in reality, now that I look back on that situation, that wasn't something that I should have done. If they really wanted to be my friend, that would have been my friend regardless if I had the money to let them borrow it or not. And, you know, sometimes we feel like, you know, we feel like we gotta help, or we feel like we gotta do this, we gotta do that. And I just feel like God is saying that, chill, okay? Chill on feeling like you have to go the extra mile, and you have to show out, and you have to bend over backwards, and you have to become a whole different person just to have friends, or just to have somebody be around you, or whatever it is. Okay, whatever the case may be. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.